Hi, what's up guys? I'm going to be reviewing a video called A Day of Training and Eating with a Double Olympic Champion.
Another 63 calories, sometimes I can eat. I have no idea what I'm. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. First of all, I want to thank you all for the past month with my third place in the Tour de France and my 2 golden medals in the Olympics. I think without your support it wouldn't have been possible, and of course now I have to prepare again for some more races to end the season with. First of all, there's going to be the World Championships, and also Lombardia is still a big goal for me. So today on the menu, a big training ride, about 7 hours, maybe a bit more. We will track the calories of the intake, calculate everything, and then you guys will see the result of what I ate and what I burned today. At the end of the video, there will be a giveaway. Stay here.
What he burned, what he's really burning are his adrenal glands.
And then you will see, now it's time for breakfast, and then I'm gonna get ready for my training.
Oh, he actually eats some eggs. At least it's not only junk carbs.
It's very, very good. Very good coffee. Ik zie heel nu een special coffee in downstairs. On holiday often I would, or on a rest day, I would like to have some mushrooms and spinach in it as well. And maybe some cheese, but on training days I keep it simple.
Mushrooms and spinach? What for? To have kidney stones?
Just a little bit of pepper to warm
Pepper inhibits protein digestion.
up the engine. So this is my breakfast for a big day out on the saddle. First of all, I will start with my glass of water. Very important to rehydrate after a night of sleep. Here I have 70 grams of oats.
It's understandable why he drinks the water, because he's eating a lot of dry food, but naturally there's no need, seeing as all raw food is juicy and hydrating as it is.
With about 40 grams of cashew nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Oats, cashew nuts, it's all dry, it dries you out.
A banana and just a handful of granola to top it off.
Absolutely horrible. You have tannins, lectins, phytic acid, all kinds of anti-nutrients which inhibit the protein digestion, the mineral absorption, and generally messes with your gut, which is why you have this gut discomfort, seeing as they are trying to make you understand that you're not supposed to eat them, so to speak. Really, the plants are just defending themselves. Besides the glyphosate, the artificial herbicides and pesticides, and that's a horrible breakfast. Really, it doesn't get much more unhealthy.
In course, I'll have about 250 grams of low-fat yogurt with some Rice Krispies, about 30 grams, and 20 grams of...
Rice has arsenic, especially those Rice Krispies and rice cakes and all of that garbage.
honey balls. And then I made a 2-egg omelette with some pepper inside.
The only good thing is the omelette. Everything else is just, as I mentioned before, just junk carbohydrates. I thought that he would only eat the eggs. I take everything back. It really is a shit breakfast.
And about 70 to 80 grams of bread.
Yeah, just bread, grain sludge, more glyphosate. Yeah, just have fun being infertile. This guy is 24. I looked it up online. And he does look like he's in his 20s, but he looks very, very exhausted. Under eye bags and just really kind of also dried out. That's typically how these guys look like.
With a bit of cottage cheese in Philadelphia, and of course the omelette on top. A good flat white to wake up the body, and a green tea with some ginger. And
what is a flat white? I've never heard of that. It looks like coffee to me. If it is, then you're just going to be producing more adrenaline.
Honey inside. Good fuel for a big day of training.
Good fuel. Really the opposite.
Bon appétit.
Man, ik ben afwegen.
Also, the bread is so burnt, so carcinogenic.
Dat wil juist zeggen.
For breakfast,
He actually weighs the grain sludge. You can't be more of a slave.
so like I explained what I have in total, I will have an amount of 1,400 calories in my body. Very balanced breakfast, especially for a big training day. So
A balanced breakfast? What does that even mean?
only good energy.
My God, you're not very clever, huh? A good breakfast for energy would be liver instead of the coffee. I assume that it's coffee. It should be blood, or at the very least, coconut water. Okay, you can get it in Europe. I guess he's in Europe, France or whatever, somewhere. Raw milk then would be a lot better. And raw milk you can for sure get in most places in Europe. But instead he's eating this pasteurized garbage. Just a lot of protein and fat, and sure, some carbohydrates. For sure, if you're very active, that's okay. But not this grain sludge. Yeah. Okay, he just buys some canned sugar and just sugar, yeah, it's just liquid sugar with some artificial colors, that's about it, just poison. Haribo. He eats like a 5-year-old child, not that a 5-year-old child should be eating that, but typically that's what kids unfortunately get fed today.
That's the best on the wheel, 8% of pure orange juice, so, and only 15 grams of sugar. In Belgium it's 39. Lemon is also very good, but it only has 1 or 3% of juice, and this is 8%, so voila, another 63 calories in a muscle from Brussels. And this is 1.5 liter, so it's 250 calories only.
This video is, there's just nothing going on here whatsoever. He's just riding his bike like a little boy. It's just pointless. There's just, and this whole sport, the Olympics are all pointless. It's just so meaningless. But I guess that he had a chocolate bar just now or something. It's just crazy, man. The diets of these people, the ones who do the Olympics, especially cycling and running, are some of the worst on this earth. It really doesn't get much more unhealthy. They use this music to make it seem cool, but he's just doing nothing. Like I said, he's just destroying his joints, aging his body, especially his skin. For what? For some medals? Some man-made medals that you will get at the Olympics where other slaves watch you? You, the slave, destroy your health just to get attention and validation from other slaves. And then some higher-up slaves give you a gold, silver, or bronze medal or whatever, or some kind of certificate or who knows what, with some man-made symbols on it. And then you, as a slave, look at it and think, wow, there's this kind of a symbol. That's 1. Oh, in school I learned that 1 is good. If I listen to the teachers and authority, they give me 1. 1 is good. They already learned it in kindergarten. What the fuck? Such losers.
Yeah, still happy. As long as I will do my hours for today, I will be happy. So I ate less than planned because now we have a bit of a time in between, so I'll probably have a small meal before the second ride. We will get there. So while we were on training, or we still will be on training, Umi actually prepares the dinner. It looks like for tonight she's making her design lasagna with spinach. She's getting dressed now.
The spinach, again, he mentions it. In this case, he's actually gonna eat it. As I said, spinach is gonna cause kidney stones, but besides it also joint problems, and he will already have problems with his joints, especially his knees.
That's why I'm looking for the spinach, that it doesn't get burned. All credits to Umi for the good food here at home. So I just had a small meal. I'm gonna
And now he's laying on the couch because he's exhausted, obviously.
have an apple now, and then I'm gonna rest a bit. I think in about a half an hour I will get dressed again.
You wouldn't have to destroy your health so severely if you would eat a good diet, but all of these people pretty much eat this way, and in their 40s, latest in their 50s, they end up in a wheelchair or they need help walking. They cannot run at all pretty much anymore. They can hardly even walk. If you do these kind of sports and you can still walk when you're 50, you're basically lucky. And that's really not even so much the working out and exercising itself, even though it's really bad. It's really the diets. If you wouldn't eat such a horrible diet and you would eat what humans eat in nature, as in raw meat, a lot of fat, organs, blood, and fruits for the carbohydrates, you could still for sure walk. But this is just gonna be a disaster. Just another one.
I go for the second ride. Should stay dry, so we have to commit. I finish the 7.5 hours of today. Nap time, and then I will see you soon.
One nap later.
So I just finished my nap, had a small meal.
And he played some video games. He would be so much healthier if he would simply stay at home on the couch playing video games. A million times healthier.
Just now, it wasn't too much, just to fill the stomach a bit. I had again some yogurt with some Rice Krispies, a bit of granola.
Again, a low-fat yogurt. I get why these guys are trying to stay lean. They want to be as light as possible for the cycling and running and whatnot. I don't know what exactly he does. Only cycling? Triathlons? Whatever. It's all the same garbage anyway at the end of the day. That's why they fuel themselves, so to speak, with carbohydrates. They destroy their guts by consuming sugar and antibiotics and toxins and anti-nutrients all day.
And then some bread with cheese. Like I said, nothing special, just fill up the stomach. Now time to play a bit and have some fun, which is also very important.
And they play a football video game while they are not exercising. Just so totally brainwashed and enslaved.
Oh, almost halfway. For example, this bag is 100 grams. It has 80 grams of carbs. So especially on long trainings, it helps to get the amount of carbs in pretty easily. You cannot keep doing it with bars and gels. So sometimes a bag of candy can make me happy.
Haribo Cola Pika or what? Oh my god, man. It's just...
So I had 2 bottles, one with water and one with some red fruit syrup, but it was 0 grams of carbs in the bottle, so actually just water. But later on we'll have a small stop in the gas station and I will take a drink with some sugar.
If you can buy the food that you eat at a gas station, then you know that your diet is horrible.
This is just some sparkling water. Got some Aquarius to fill the bidons, Coca-Cola, and some small chocolate bars.
Coca-Cola, chocolate bars, Haribo, for breakfast grain sludge. Pretty much one of the worst diets I've ever seen. This guy's going to be insanely sick in a few years if he doesn't stop this. And I don't think that he will. People like this usually push their bodies to the limit and then they completely regret it.
Almost 6 hours in the ride now, so I can use some good sugars.
Also, the Coca-Cola is in a metal can, which means that you will be getting toxic heavy metals along with the cola, because the Coca-Cola is acidic, and when you have acidic drinks in metal, then it leaches the metal into the drink.
I hoped, but at least I did it, and tomorrow
You can for sure see some dark eye circles and some kind of under eye bags. Again, he's 24. At this age, you can push your body to the limits, but you can already see that it's showing.
I have rest day, so no need to rush in the morning. So I'm happy I could finish it with some sun, actually. See, wow, what did you make, my love? Yes, it's in English, sorry.
So we have a little salad with burrata and tomatoes, cucumber, and blueberries.
Blueberries.
And then we have lasagna with,
Homemade lasagna.
of course, with épinards à la crème and some bread.
Spinach, like he said before, green leaves, bread, more grain sludge. The lasagna probably also has some grain sludge in between, and then some vegetables and fruits with more pesticides. He's consuming an insane amount of antibiotics. This guy is going to be insanely depressed because he's wiping out his gut microbiome with this.
11 out of 10.
We can assume that there was some meat and cheese in the lasagna, and then he had the eggs before. That's it. The rest was garbage. Over 80% of his diet is junk.
So I just finished my dinner, and now it's time to look back at the calories, or the calorie intake actually. Here on the table you see a bit what I took during the trainings, because of course we needed to keep the papers to count the calories and the bottles as well. So let's start with the beginning of the day. This morning I wrote down in the application everything I ate. So it was oats, granola, some honey pops, Rice Krispies, toasted bread, a 2-egg omelette, a banana, some cashew nuts and some yogurt. So the breakfast in total contained 1,477 calories.
And again, just like all of the slaves, he really believes that that's how many calories he got. And that's because these people don't understand anything about the biological value of food. They don't get that when you process food, in some cases you can make the carbs more available, of course, but when you cook food especially, which is also a way to process food, that you destroy the micro and the macronutrients, meaning that you get less calories. But they just read the package and literally write it down and actually really believe. It's almost like a mental illness to actually be that delusional.
I had 3 energy bars, which are all 180 calories. So that's in total 540 calories. I took.
I love how they call them energy bars when it's really just sugar-based.
Of course I had lunch, and for lunch I had yogurt, I had some granola, some Rice Krispies, some white bread and some cheese, and of course 1 apple. And in total my lunch was 900 calories, not big, but just to fill up the stomach. And then of course
a lot of that stuff, because of the fiber alone, is not digestible, and the nutrients are not accessible. To actually believe that you get that many calories is laughable.
We had an amazing dinner. Oh wait, I forgot something. My recovery shake. And the recovery shake contains 127 calories.
6D recovery shake. I wonder what's inside of there. It seems like these are the ingredients. That's what it says online. There's whey protein isolate, the waste product from milk production. It's good that they don't have to throw it out nowadays. The slaves buy it. Then you have soy, I guess for the protein also. A bunch of sugar, cacao powder, more caffeine, let's just assume. Plus he ate a lot of chocolate also during the day, so he's on a lot of caffeine for sure. Explains the dark eye circles, which are in development right now, you can see. This is what's supposed to make you recover. It's just waste product proteins and sugar, essentially, with some artificial ingredients on top of that. Oh my god, man, what a joke.
And then the dinner, of course, very nice lasagna, which was about 835 calories for me. And then we had a salad with some burrata, which was about 85 calories, the burrata. Then, just before bed, of course we're not going to show it, but I'm still going to eat a nice Ben & Jerry's ice cream. If I will eat the full tub, it's going to be about 1,093 calories.
And that's because he craves fat so much, all the time obviously, but especially at the end of the day, when he depleted himself, his own fat, whatever Fat he has, not a lot.
only for the ice cream. So then we have to make the total. 1,477 plus 2,270 plus 900 plus 127 plus 2,014 is a total of 6,888 calories, which is a lot.
It's not that far off compared to most what I eat in a day videos when they can't calculate it correctly whatsoever. In this case, the carbohydrates are more bioavailable than the protein and the fat that people usually write down as the macronutrients. But still, it's for sure not that much. It's probably closer to 5,500 maybe, something like that. Something in the 5,000s.
Then now I'm gonna check how much I've burnt on training. First training it was 3,500 calories.
And again, he actually really believes that that's exactly how many calories he burns, how much energy he used up. Oh, wow, these are just robots. They just religiously believe what they read.
The second one I burned 3,000 calories. Your metabolism for me is about...
This wouldn't even make any sense because even though it's clear that he is losing weight, he would be losing weight rapidly, seeing as he for sure didn't get enough calories to make up for the lost calories in very simple terms.
1,700, 2,000 calories on a normal day without exercising. I consumed a small 7,000 and I burned about 8,000 calories in total, which is a deficit of 1,000 calories, which helps perfectly to lose a bit of weight towards the last part.
Yeah, but you don't need to lose weight, man. You need to gain weight. You look like you're in a catabolic state, which you are. It doesn't look normal.
The season, and I think perfect balance, so very well done. Of course.
Yeah, he actually really believes that it was a perfect balance, whatever that means.
You can win this signed jersey by me. How do you win it?
Like, subscribe, and
Drop your Insta name in the comments down.
Yeah, people who watch him would probably actually care about some t-shirt with a signature. Just like he cares about a man-made medal and people giving him attention. Yeah, for sure, if you have such slave subscribers.
Down below. And like always, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.
bye bye!
People like him have pretty much given up on life. There's no meaning to anything that they do. Their life has no purpose. They simply cycle around for no reason, oftentimes in a circle, destroy their joints while doing that. And of course, they also deplete themselves from minerals because they sweat a lot, and then one day they get a heart attack and they just don't get why. I was living so healthy. No, you were depleting yourself non-stop, sweating out all of the minerals, especially selenium, which in the 90s everybody knew is one of the major causes of heart attacks. Nowadays, what? No, let's just sweat all the time and drink Coca-Cola, eat Haribo, and drink water with no minerals whatsoever, basically just dead plain water. How can you hydrate yourself if you don't get any electrolytes with your food? He just believes that drinking sugar all day long is what will help him to recover, and some whey and soy protein. Completely delusional, doesn't understand anything about food, nutrition, health whatsoever. But he probably actually believes that it's healthy to deplete yourself, to sweat all the time, to exert yourself, which is what exercise is about, to be in a constant stress mode. He will look so insane in around 6 years when he's 30. He's gonna look like he's 50 years old, if he continues, of course. He's gonna have very bad under-eye bags, super dark eye circles, horrible wrinkles everywhere, and people will cheer him on saying that he's doing a great job. Just look at anybody who did that, the guys who are in their 30s now, how they look like, what they did to themselves. That should be the first red flag. Looking at the people that you're trying to imitate, the people that you look up to, if their health was ruined because of this, then of course you should also think about it. Reconsider your life. your so-called goals, actually think about what life is really about. Create children with your girlfriend. Then again, he's most likely infertile. Realistically, with such low body fat, his testosterone is probably very low, except if he's using something. That's really the only way you can even have any so-called testosterone in your blood, because naturally you cannot produce almost any at all. What can you even do with your girlfriend, if you know what I mean? When you're at such a low body fat, you have no energy whatsoever, you cycle and then you play video games and lay on the couch the rest of the day. Realistically, that's what he does. And then he probably sleeps like 12 hours a day, because he's just lethargic and depleted all day long. It's a very miserable life, and most importantly, it's a very unhealthy life. Thanks for watching.